Now, President Muhammadu Buhari is meeting with the President of the United States, Donald Trump, at the White House in Washington, D.C. The meeting between the two presidents is expected to focus mostly on the economic relations between both countries.
And now both leaders are also expected to discuss issues of security and the upcoming elections in Nigeria in 2019. Earlier, the president's spokesperson, Garba Shehu, said that Nigeria had not received the desired cooperation from the U.S. in the fight against terror in the past, especially during the Obama administration.
President Buhari's visit comes after Mr. Trump met German Chancellor Angela Merkel on Friday, as well as French President Emmanuel Macron last week, to discuss the contentious Iran nuclear deal and biting trade sanctions.
And those are visuals right from the White House that you're seeing on your screen at the moment, where President Buhari is meeting with the U.S. President Donald Trump at the White House in Washington, D.C.
Exactly. Very shortly, the White House has been busy lately with the visits of the French president and his wife and the German chancellor. And now Africa is going to take center stage, so to speak. So the images that you are seeing now is that of a guard of honor waving the flags stationary at the moment. And this is the angle that you're seeing now. But later on, we're going to see the images of the visit proper as News Track continues. We'll be trying to establish communications with our correspondent, Maria Bird, in Washington, D.C. Hello, Maria.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, very well, thank you. What are we expecting as this visit unfolds? At what stage are they right now?
They're just beginning. There will be a short meeting in the Oval Office, and then they will go off into a lunch setting, which will probably be where most of the conversations will happen. And so President Buhari is expected to be there until around 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, about 7 p.m. Nigerian time.
We can expect that the economy will be on the agenda for discussion today, and the relations between both countries. How is this visit being perceived by Nigerians living in the United States and Americans as well, do you think?
Well, Nigerians in the U.S. are very hopeful for the meeting. I mean, obviously, this is a very big deal here in the U.S., especially for those that are living in the U.S. from the African diaspora. And so many are hopeful that this will really lead to further communication and further relationships for the continent. Obviously, many people are really concerned about security and the U.S.'s efforts in security, which most Democrats have always been very much in support of security in the North. But I do believe that today's talks will focus more on the economy, as President Trump has a very interesting relationship with many countries, especially as it relates to oil. And so I know that oil will be definitely a big part of the discussion, as a $600 million deal has recently been put in place between Nigeria and the U.S. So I think that will be most of the conversation. Speaking
of that interesting relationship, Maria, that President Trump has with other countries, how significant is it that he has our president over there at this time?
It's extremely important and extremely, this is a milestone. I mean, let's not be naive to think that one of the richest countries in Africa is the first country to get a meeting with President Trump. And so that just goes to show you that economy is at the forefront of the conversation, and Nigeria is setting the stage.
Are you hopeful, or do you think people are hopeful that at the end of this meeting there will be a genuine building of the relationship between Nigeria and the United States, that our interests will be protected and promoted with the help of the U.S. and vice versa in whatever way possible?
Yes, I mean, I'm hopeful. I think most of America is hopeful. Many people understand that Africa-U.S. relations have definitely improved over the years, but there's still much room to grow in that area.
Okay, finally, Maria, can you walk us through again his itinerary today? His meeting with the president, and then what happens next?
Well, the meeting today, they will be in the Oval Office for a short while, having a very brief conversation. They will go off into another room within the White House for a lunch, and that should conclude around 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, around 7 p.m. Nigerian time. And the real reality will be what will come out of that lunch. I think that will tell us what the next phase is for U.S.-Nigeria relations.